Welcome to the Open for Business podcast. I'm your co-host Mitchell.
And I'm your co-host Christina. Today we have brothers and business partners Frankie and Justin Bernardo. They recently launched a pet gear company called Norhounds. They launched a vegan leather line at end of 2019. Welcome, guys.
My pleasure.
Hello.
So I guess we'll dive right in. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about how you started and when you started and what brought you guys to this point and what brought you into this interesting industry, this unique style of uniform wear or pet wear?
Pet uniform wear.
Pet uniform wear.
Pet uniform wear. Canadian made pet uniform wear. And
Making their own terms now.
I stand corrected.
Long story short, got a dog, went from small to big. We got it off Kijiji, so it's just some sketchy girl. She gives us the dog, goes out of the truck, and we take it because it's definitely better than letting it go home. It ends up growing really big, going through collar after collar after collar, and then at one point, there's just a point of where's the draw the line, and the worst part is they were all terribly made in China, and the list goes on. So then, looking around for good accessories, you're spending about $100 for a dog collar. A decent dog collar from China, from India, really doesn't matter. So then there comes the idea of
Starting your own business. Everything was made in India and it was low quality and it would basically wear out quickly. So besides, like, we could take it in Canada, made it in Canada and sell it in Canada. So that's where the idea came from. Better quality, similar price, and getting it made. It's not overseas. You're not like using child labor, so it's good.
Very important.
No, it's 100% important.
and we're supporting the local economy.
Definitely.
So it's a win-win on all sides.
Always. Shop local. Always.
Absolutely. I don't disagree. I know I've bought stuff for my dog at, like, I'm not going to say the brand name, but pet shops, I should say. And they've fallen apart within 6 months. I'm just like, I just spent $50 on a new dog collar. Like, what was the point of that? Or a leash or a sweater, toy even. And it's sad how true that is.
Or for it to get chewed through.
Oh, that
Then
too.
it doesn't matter how well it's made. It doesn't
It's
matter.
done.
I know. When they're determined, forget it. I know.
Come home, new leash. Well, it's good for you guys though.
So what made you
No
feel like...
comment. No comment.
Oh my God. What made you feel like partnering together was the best choice? Because it seemed like it was more...
Family business.
Family business?
Keep it in-house.
Yeah. I like that. I
Buy a nice family cottage. Like our buddy Mike or Gina. Shout out to Little Farm That Could.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to be on one of our episodes.
He'll be here. He's actually texting us today to confirm. So.
Hopefully he doesn't have to rearrange his schedule.
Oh my God. We might have to go to him. We might do this next one on the farm. It might be easier to do it at
That
the
would be
farm.
smart to do on the farm.
Yeah, we're bringing in
We have the
his little
capability.
mascot.
Gas ain't cheap.
That I know.
We're gonna have to take the go.
Just not to Montreal, man.
You might have to rig up his horses and his carriages and pick us up.
Yeah, okay. Mitch on the train. No, thank you. Took him on the train one time. My God. It was like a 2-year-old.
Tell me about it.
I almost made it to Montreal. It took 24 hours. All right. So, what has been, I guess you'd say, your biggest obstacles in
Obstacles is getting into stores because we're up against tough competition because some are made in India, so they produce it cheap and they can sell it for cheaper and for the same price. So the stores going to gravitate towards them because they sell it at a cheaper cost. And there's another one that does vegan leather, but they do it like the low quality method, where it's just like one single layer. We provide double layers, and we also have like the same hardware, but we put more like effort into it, so it's going to cost a little bit more to produce. But stores get turned off because of that, because it's a little bit more, but it's not that much more.
Yeah.
And
So-
you'd be proud to own it.
And it looks good. Like if you compare ours against the single layers, it's a night and day.
One looks like plastic, and we've literally been quoted for being like the Ferragamo belts. Versace is just like, wow, I just bought $1,000 product or Prada, and it feels exactly the same, if not better. So that was cool.
That's really cool to hear.
Yeah.
It's actually a great accomplishment.
Wow.
A great thing to be compared to. Because Versace is such a household name, or those luxury brands such a household name, and have such a high quality of standard.
But the problem is the store owners are used to cheap stuff, so it's a lot more harder.
They like their big margins.
But we've been able to work with them in a sense where consignment, not look at it in a negative way. Yeah. Whereas we have a great product, we know it's gonna sell. We just need you to put the dedication on your shelf. They're the one paying rent. They're the ones in the front camera. They're the ones dealing with the customers. So if we could convince them it'll be a hit, then they'll support us.
Yeah, getting in front of the consumer's eyes. Huge.
Our first shop was Little Bear Animal Pet Shop out in Quebec, Montreal, Westbrook.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Charles Altman, he's a great guy. If you're ever in the area, make sure to check it out because they got like 12 freezers in there. They got a ton of fresh pet food.
Oh wow!
And then a beautiful area of Montreal too.
Seems like it's a hard thing to get some good fresh food for the pets these days in the city.
Well,
apparently
for a reasonable price
the cost of keeping the fridges going and everything.
It's literally downtown too. It's like in the heart of downtown.
Wow.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
So next time we go to Montreal, first of all, we're gonna drive.
Well, I don't have a dog, so
I have a dog. I'll buy stuff for Phoebe. She'd love that.
Nice.
Anytime you bring her a pig ear, she loves it.
All right, let's get into some questions. Current podcast. What would you say your current podcast you're listening to right now?
Podcast.
Yeah, you listen to a current one?
No.
Nope.
Anything gets you going?
None?
Audiobook?
Shocked.
No.
Anything?
Self-motivation.
Matt, you're a beast.
Old school. That's the old school way right there.
Head down and keep going.
Literally, that's all you have to do.
I know when we were trying to think of podcast names yesterday, we were just like, oh, what have we been listening to? Listen to like a mashup of things.
I like listening to myself.
That I believe.
Just listening to yourself think is important. Having that time to...
You can't stay with yourself. You gotta be your own best friend, or else how are you gonna do anything else?
Your own cheerleader too.
Yeah, I gotta be your own cheerleader and own devil's advocate.
I know we were talking about that yesterday. That you, because we had a segment or a part saying like, what advice would you give? Like, just keep pushing and just be your own cheerleader is basically the goal, or not the goal,
I guess
the advice.
In entrepreneurship, running any business or whatever, you just gotta just keep going. You know.
You get a no, you keep trying, and you get that one yes.
Exactly. Eventually, someone's gonna say yes.
We got ghosted. But then we got that one yes, and now we're in. We have a foot in the door. Now we just gotta keep trying. And then maybe one day those no's will turn to a yes when they realize we're in stores, we're selling. It's all about like trial and error.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Getting some, I guess you'd say, brand recognition or brand trust.
I don't listen to any podcasts or audio, but my friend recommended me this one video. It had Ty Lopez in it, of all people. Of all people.
The purple Lamborghini.
Yeah, of all people. And then,
we were talking about that.
He's probably gotten so much street cred at this point. He knows what he's talking about at this point.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he was just saying that for products, if you chase the stores, they'll never respond to you, but you gotta get the consumer's attention, and then they'll come to you naturally because that's what they think will be trendy. So we find that the more we hit the stores, that the more they just don't want to talk to us because their money's already held up in other product. So, but if you hear someone walking in, or where'd you get that? Where'd you get this? Then the word of mouth is unfortunately
and you also
stronger.
Gotta go to those conventions where all the business owners are at. So that's the proper way to get your product in the front of their face instead of go knocking on their door. Knocking on the door, it works, but at the same time, it also doesn't. The best part is there's something called buyjack. It's like a pet industry, like hard to explain. Like it's a joint.
It's a Canadian pet industry.
It's a committee
that looks out for business owners.
Yeah.
Oh, so
it's a committee.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a committee, and they put you like there's shows that goes on once a year in Toronto, in Vancouver, all around Canada, and they basically. They put you in front of the business owners, and they target business owners to go to that store, that show. So you're basically targeting the exact people that you want to be in front of.
Oh, nice.
So they see your product, they see all the new ones, they see the best sellers, and they see the new stuff.
That's amazing, because I feel like that's the hardest part is getting the right audience to look at your product.
Yeah, that's the audience that you want is the business owners.
Of course. Because you get your product in their store, right?
The hard part is they're not always there at the store, and it's like you deal with the manager, you deal with this person. It's like, okay, just drop off a sample. It's like
I call them minions.
Yeah, pretty much the people walking around.
People who don't want to make a difference and just want to drone around. Only because they're so unreceptive. It's always the generic. Oh, sir, please go to the info.
Yeah, send in.
Give me your business
They do the bare minimum.
Yeah, minimum wage, minimum labor.
It's true. It's not wrong.
It's unfortunate, but it's true.
I know. So like I'm not getting paid accordingly, so why am I going to put extra effort in?
Yeah, why am I going to help this guy?
Yeah, who's this guy?
I know.
It's like, whatever. I don't care. I'm getting paid. I don't have to answer any questions.
Yeah,
It's not
literally.
their job.
No, it's technically not. You're right. I don't disagree with that.
But being a team player is definitely part of the job in any job, you know.
Yeah, I find with you and Misha from the early days, from what I noticed with you and Frankie dealt with, is that just getting people to, well, listen to you guys was one, but to even get your product in the door was the hardest part.
Oh,
We're still kicking down the doors. It's still
we're
there.
still like
No,
We're still
but
kicking down doors.
you have that traction now, so it's not necessarily easier, but because you have that traction,
the brand trust.
Yeah, you have that brand trust.
I
There
look
you
at
go.
it as a small wave. It's not even a tsunami yet.
No, it's definitely not. But you guys are getting to that point. At least
We're
from what I've
getting there.
noticed.
We're getting a lot of traction. People are liking us. So.
We need more colleges. If any colleges are listening to us,
Colleges, hotels, everybody.
contact us at Misha. We will hook you up. The nicest dressed in the industry.
We're gonna
Sponsored
check
by
the
Misha.
analytics after and see what happens. I'm very curious.
We're just plugging all the brands.
Sponsored by Misha.
Well, it's part of the reason why we started this podcast, right? Is to give a voice to not only our friends but fellow entrepreneurs.
They're our friends and their brands and what
Yeah.
they're doing, and it's
And
important.
little guys. Because
Yeah.
they need a voice.
Exactly.
100%.
It's even harder as a little guy because these big guys are just like, yeah, whatever.
Monsters.
Yeah,
They topple
they're so
over you.
big, and you're just like,
How am I
looking-
going to compete against that? They
We
have
experienced at our last pet show the monsters of the industry. We were at the Canadian Pet Expo, which we thought was a great idea at the time because I previously went to one and I was raving about it to Justin. I'm like, oh, this is the place to be, yada yada. We ended up going. Oh man, it was like a race to the bottom. It was like the anti-craftsmanship show. Everything was just on sale, like the Dollarama Mart of the industry.
wow.
And like,
It's like, how do you make a profit? The sad part is they're making a profit.
yeah, they were selling collars for $10, and we can't even get
leather collars.
Yes, quote unquote leather.
Wow.
And then
That's unfortunate.
minute after minute, they had a line up, cash. And that's, I mean, Justin and I are just looking at each other because we
Just like-
purposely picked to be beside it because just like
Fair
Tim Hortons and
competition.
McDonald's, go right
Yeah.
beside them. Don't go down the street because once their money's spent, it's spent.
Yeah, you have
So-
one chance.
Yeah,
That happened to us.
they didn't even
spend
want
their
to
money
look at
and
us.
then they come to our booth. They just look. You're like, and then they walk away because they spent their money. Once you spend your money at those conventions,
Yeah.
you're not gonna buy it again.
So we learned the hard way. We had such a successful summer. Felt like farmers. The summer is your crop season. You're just selling. Because once winter comes, you're not bringing those dogs outside.
Yeah.
I don't
true.
even like going outside with the dog. It's miserable.
Everyone hates each other.
I know,
Yeah.
and your dog needs to be walked like a
Oh,
lot
she
and
needs
long.
to be walked.
And the worst
Yeah.
part is, the company that's doing it is undercutting their business, like the retail, because they're selling to them, and they're also
Straight to
selling to
consumer.
consumers. But the consumer, what they're getting is like, I would say like 200% off. Like they would probably sell for $50. They're selling for $10 at the convention. So people are buying 3 at a time, 4 at a time. You think they're gonna go to a store and buy it when they
Yeah,
can get it
they're
for
like,
$10?
exactly. They're like,
No.
okay, once
I
one's
wouldn't even
chewed,
say no at that price.
once one's chewed,
They were buying
they're
like
here's
3 at
another
a
one.
time. 3, not 1, not 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sure, because the price was right.
Yeah, the
Like-
price was ridiculously low. How are you gonna
Then
compete?
the funny part is we're not going to name any names, but we see them pulling out of blister packs. Like just blister pack open. And then you're just stocking off the shelves and it's just
Oh my
like,
God.
wow, they're the guys to beat.
Yeah, but you can't compete against that.
But they're quantity over quality and we're quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Hoping in
Quality
the long
always
run it
beats
pays
quantity.
off.
It's a different value. They think of bottom line and you think of the quality of the product.
You pay good, you get good. You
Yeah.
pay bad, you get bad.
And we're not by any means overcharging. We're just trying
No.
to give a great
No,
product
that's
at a great price.
We're not even making that much
No, I think your product is priced extremely
because we have to
reasonable.
compete against them. So we're not going to have huge margins like they do because they produce so cheap, they sell so high, but we produce so high and we sell at the same price.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
almost
we have to
better to
compete.
make. Sorry.
What?
You had to compete. Is that what you said?
Yeah, we have to compete
Okay.
against them because when
You
you're in
have
the
no
store,
choice.
Can't be ignorant.
so
Sure.
you're going
They
to see
are there.
you're going to see a cheaper price, but our quality is way better. They're going to choose the cheaper one because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Consumer wants cheap,
The
and
Well-
the people who know quality will get the expensive one.
Well, it's almost like I always use this example, but it's almost like when Target came to Canada, and the person who ran Target Canada was like, Canadians will pay more. They'll pay more, even if it's the same product. They'll pay more. They went bankrupt within a year. So Canadians will hunt around for the right price. But what Canadians also factor in is quality. They also factor in where it's made. I've noticed it more and more. Like even with my teeth whitening, I have to, not that I have to, but I openly tell people where it's manufactured. I openly tell people
it's important.
where it came from,
It's ethically
essentially.
made. You know?
Yeah. Because people look at that. 100% they look at that. especially if they're putting it on someone that they love, like their dog or their child or whatever. It's a huge factor, in my opinion, anyways.
Well, that's why we try to offer vegan leather and leather on a side note, just straight plug. You know?
You're like 100 to the other 100 spectrum.
Yeah,
We're trying to target both audiences.
The vegan leather have been like the most popular ones because the colors are vibrant, it's waterproof,
Cheaper.
stink proof,
And more durable.
more
And it's
affordable.
more
I wouldn't
like-
say cheaper. You wouldn't. We've had
Yeah,
people
for-
literally ask like, "Is this the leather? Is that the leather?" Like,
But they don't
what
know
am
if it's
I-
leather. Like, it's
They
hard to
didn't
tell.
know. So that's what was one big key. We need way better signage for our shows. But
That's a small
You
fix.
learn from your mistakes. You start
100%.
small and then you
If,
just start.
if you don't
realize-
try, that's really what it comes down
at
to.
the beginning of summer, no one came to us because we look like a bomboniera shop, like an older guy who would just be sitting there like waiting for people on his rocker. Then at the end of the summer, we had like a proper setup and
Yeah.
we actually look like a business rather than like a Timbuktu just showing up selling his goods out of a trunk.
Yeah.
when
Which
you
does
start
work
off.
too.
It
You gotta
does.
start somewhere.
That's where Nike started. They were selling shoes out of a trunk. Believe it or not.
I'd sell shoes out of a trunk if you told me I could become a trillionaire.
Well, he took that gamble, so I don't think he knew he was going to be a trillionaire.
You gotta start from somewhere.
Yeah, literally. It's a lot of it's trial and error, especially in the beginning. It's just hopefully you make a decision that's not going to bankrupt you.
Yeah, look at Donald Trump. He's president now.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He went bankrupt like twice.
Yeah.
Look at
He's
him.
a special
He's
case.
no big deal.
If he did or not, I don't know, but I think he,
Nah,
at least
he-
once.
He did it for tax reasons. He didn't go
Of
bankrupt.
course. Just like every good person with money.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Current coffee order.
Or tea.
Coffee.
Yeah. What's your current coffee order?
Coffee addiction. We're
From
coffee
where?
people.
Like anywhere.
Anywhere.
What's your go-to right now? If you were going for a coffee
Two cream.
today,
I used to do double, but then I don't like the taste of the double anymore. So it's just like just put cream in it and that's it.
Too sweet?
Yeah,
The double?
too sweet.
Yeah.
So I just do cream and that's it.
but from where?
Probably Tim
Anywhere.
Hortons if he's saying double.
You don't care.
I don't really care. I'm not, coffee is
I know
there's different type of quality, but
Frankie's a little pickier.
Well, he also has the luxury of tasting good coffee.
Always.
Oh,
Always.
if I'd rather choose between like Tim Hortons or Starbucks, I'd go with Starbucks. But if there's no Starbucks around, I'm gonna go with Tim Hortons. I'm not too picky.
yeah, I'm the same way.
And Frankie?
Just give me an espresso.
That's it?
Just a jolt.
Double long. Just
Wow.
a jolt.
You haven't hanging out with Mitch for too long. That's exactly what he asks for when he comes to my house. He's like, I just gotta get a double long espresso.
Just need to keep going.
I know, honestly, right? Current food cravings.
Sushi and steaks
Sushi
Ooh.
put together or separate?
separate. Sushi or a steak.
A steak sushi?
Oh.
It's not a bad idea.
Wouldn't mind some sushi on my steak.
Some bulgogi. Korean bulgogi.
Korean bulgogi.
Yeah.
I know.
Always
My
hits
brother,
the spot.
my
That's
brother
good
and his
stuff.
fiance make that at the house a couple times, and it smells really good. Actually,
It does.
I don't think I've tried it.
It's full of sugar though.
Always,
Full of sugar.
it's like their pasta, air quotes. It's just sweet. Remember we had it?
Oh, I couldn't handle it.
So sweet.
Like,
Oh, you want some spaghetti? I'm like, that doesn't look
Tomato
like
sauce
spaghetti.
shouldn't be sweet.
no,
No.
like Filipino style.
Oh, ketchup.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I
Has a
got
lot of
you.
sugar in it.
You know Filipino style pasta.
Oh, I know all about
Too
Filipino
sweet.
food.
They eat candy and pasta.
I know it's too much. Okay, favorite type of vacation?
I don't really go on vacation.
No,
No,
not even like cottage. Cottage would be a vacation.
Not yet.
we don't have a
Well,
cottage.
he goes camping and
Yeah.
to a couple cottages, but
Well, vacation. I don't go anywhere.
he has staycations.
Staycations count in my books.
Yeah, in Canada, you stay in your own country. That's what I want to do.
That counts.
I don't need to go down south. I go down south, but I'd rather go to Nova Scotia, get an RV,
I know.
staycation. Those are the best.
We keep talking about going out east just to have lobster.
It's a long trip for lobster, but it's well
Only
worth
20
it.
hours.
It's well worth it.
I'm thinking more of flight because if I'm in the car with you for more 4 hours, we might kill each other.
Maybe some cod fishing.
Codfish.
I don't think they have codfish.
I would
Yeah,
say.
of course.
I don't know if they have salmon. I think they have salmon.
They have to. North American salmon?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know either. I feel like we should have Googled
I
it.
should know this.
I got salmon over there.
Yeah, you had your dinner. Perfect Sunday. What would be your perfect Sunday?
What do you do on Sundays, Frankie? Like, you don't do anything.
No. He's like, I don't know how to answer this question.
He's like, what do you do, Justin, on Sundays?
Absolutely nothing.
Chill.
Yeah, chill.
Just chill.
Nothing wrong
A
with
Whatever I
good
want.
breakfast goes a long way.
Yeah.
So a solid
is
breakfast
it
on
a bread?
Sundays is always like
Is it a 2-meal breakfast? Like you're
No, not at the Bernardo house.
You're killing more.
Bernardo house.
At the Bernardo house, I cook up a storm for brunch. Justin knows.
We need to just
He'll
invite
come
ourselves.
upstairs and there'll just be a table full of food, and you'll look around like, okay.
We need to invite ourselves for brunch. And we'll bring Lucy a treat that way.
Just bring your waffle maker. It's all I need.
Ooh, I
I
just
don't
got
have-
one.
Oh,
I
you
know.
did.
I've been
I
wanting.
just got
for
one,
so
and my
long.
dad came home with like 3 kilos of pancake mix. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
oh my god.
Yeah, but the waffles made the other day weren't
It's
that
like-
good.
Yeah,
Like,
they tend not to be the best from the
A
machine,
whole
but they're still good.
no, a whole
No,
so
ours
good.
are amazing when I make them at my house.
should not be in a waffle.
I make mine whole wheat and it tastes
Just-
good. I don't know what your family
It should be
did.
gluten free.
No, should
We do
not.
that too.
I have to be gluten free, or else I can't have
It's
it.
not a pancake. Imagine asking some like old lady, some like nice
I'll
old
tell the
lady.
old lady.
She gonna be like,
The
"What
old
the
lady tells
heck
me, why
is
can't I tell the old
this?"
lady?
She's gonna be like, what the heck is this?
Yeah,
no,
and then-
that's not true.
It's like, what is that? It's like, am I eating sand or am I eating a pancake?
Okay, first of all, there is good gluten-free waffles and pancakes. You just not experienced it. And
No,
my
no.
mom have made waffles. They have all been gluten-free, and you've inhaled them.
Gotta
so
buy Red Mill.
Yeah,
That's what
the
they're
red
called.
mills are good.
The Red
Yeah.
Mill gluten free is good,
It's good, but it's not like.
but you could also make your own. But gluten free is harder to make.
Always, because it's more temperamental, right?
Oh yeah,
Are we on the topic of
gluten-free
food?
bread. It's a disaster.
I know.
It's so expensive at the store, so I have no choice but to eat bad bread.
I know. We stopped buying it too. There's one brand that was good, but it was like this tiny
Yeah, $10.
loaf. Yeah,
It's crazy.
Rip off.
we're like, okay,
I
forget
can get like
that.
10 McDoubles for
I
$10.
eat that in one sitting.
Yeah, that too.
You
Sure.
would eat that in one sitting. Dear bougie cup. Oh my god. You want to do 2 truths and a lie? Or you want to do would you rather?
Would you rather?
Okay, you start it off then. I feel like we're gonna end up doing the same game each time. I had a good one for Mitch yesterday. You're gonna enjoy that. I asked him, "Would you rather live in the cold the rest of your life or be broke for a year?" He goes, "Well, I've already went through broke for a year, so I'll do that."
I'll do that. I
Yeah,
can
that's
do
not
it.
that big of a deal. That's not-
For
all you
Mitch,
gotta
he
do is
loves
survive.
money.
You could die in the cold. You know, you're not gonna die if you're broke.
He loves money and hates the cold, so I thought it'd be a good one.
All right.
Thank you guys for coming on episode 2. Really appreciate it. Tune in every Tuesday morning as we launch new episodes with fellow entrepreneurs in the Toronto area.
Don't forget to follow us and our boys here at Norhounds. Thanks for having you guys. And don't forget to also follow our other sponsors at Me Chef, Beautiful, Open for Business Podcast on both Instagram and YouTube. And links will be in the description.
Thank you, Justin. Also, check out our website, www.openforbusinesspodcast, for everything OFB podcast related. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.